Yo, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, today we're going to be checking out some Call of Duty Modern Warfare gameplay, rocking with the MP7 this time around, and we're actually playing on an amazing map. We're going to be playing on Hideout. Honestly, in my personal opinion, this is probably the best map in all of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I know everybody shares their own different opinions, but this map is just perfect, let's be honest here. You can pretty much use any playstyle, sniper, LMG, AR, SMG, it doesn't matter what you want to use. It will work on this map perfectly. But the Call of Duty franchise is in a very, very interesting spot right now because instead of it being primarily focused on one Call of Duty game, they're stretching it across multiple titles. You know, back in the day, for example, let's go with Black Ops 1. You know, when Modern Warfare 2 came out, it was very, popular. Everybody loved it, everybody played it. But when Black Ops 1 came out, basically all the focus on Modern Warfare 2 kind of faded away and everybody transferred over to Black Ops 1. Everybody talked about that game, everybody loved that game, everybody played that game, and Black Ops 1 got all the focus. Same thing after that, when Modern Warfare 3 came out, everybody went over to Modern Warfare 3, everybody played Modern Warfare 3, everybody talked about Modern Warfare 3, whether it was bad or positive, and that was the primary focus. You know what I'm talking about? Every single time a new COD game comes out, Activision and the developers make sure that it's the main spotlight for the whole franchise. But currently, we're at a split. When Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War came out, it didn't get the spotlight. It truly didn't. Modern Warfare is still live and in action, and I think Activision is doing this on purpose. I don't think this is, an accident. I don't think it's because Black Ops Cold War is, complete garbage and nobody wants to watch it, even though, that is kind of a big factor as well. The views on YouTube, the views on Twitch are absolutely awful, and before you say, oh, JB, it's probably just your channel. No, trust me. When the game first came out, a lot of top-tier YouTubers, very informational people, their channels were getting completely dropped because of Black Ops Cold War. It was nothing compared to when Modern Warfare first came out. And still to this day, on the Twitch charts, Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War are pretty much neck to neck. Modern Warfare typically taking the majority of the views. And I'm talking about Modern Warfare multiplayer. I'm not talking about Warzone. Warzone has its own catalog on Twitch. But when it comes to Modern Warfare multiplayer, it is literally always pretty much more popular than Black Ops Cold War. And then on the occasion, Black Ops Cold War will get a little bit more popular. But from what I'm seeing right here, it seems that both games are basically being shared, especially with how they have them set up on the main screen. You can hop over from Black Ops Cold War or Modern Warfare or Warzone in just a click of a button. They're all right in front of you and it'll transfer you from one to the other. It's almost like Activision wants all of these games to be equally split. They don't want Black Ops Cold War to have the spotlight. And to me personally, this is ruining the best part about these games. The actual soul, the passion behind each and every project. These developers aren't going to have any passion behind any of these games if they just know it's going to be for one larger picture. And at the end of the day, that's what Activision is doing right here. Both Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War seem like they're much larger. They're a part of a more bigger game, including Warzone as well. And whatever the next installment to the Call of Duty franchise is, which is actually rumored to be Sledgehammer Games making the next game, which should be very interesting in my personal opinion. I don't know how that's going to turn out, but at the end of the day, they're going to be in the same cycle. It's going to be Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, and Treyarch making their own individual games to all rotate around Warzone, which means that each and every one of these games, down to their core, are all going to be similar in their own type of ways. But Activision does not care about the 6v6 performance. They don't care about what makes Call of Duty Call of Duty. Their main concern is to make money. And to be honest with you guys, it's a pretty genius idea. I don't spend more than like an hour of my own personal time if I'm not streaming or anything else, or if I'm playing with other people, to actually go ahead and play one of these games. I need to switch back and forth in order to tolerate more than that. I'm never just strictly playing Black Ops Cold War, and I'm never just strictly playing Modern Warfare. I'm always bouncing back and forth, because they both are mediocre. Neither one is outstanding. Neither one is a game that I can spend hours and hours on. They're just mediocre. I'll spend 30 minutes to an hour on each one, and that's about it. And that is depressing because that means that these games down to their core are still not outstanding. For example, Modern Warfare here. Respawn sucks. I mean, come on now. Let's be honest here. The best part about Modern Warfare is simply search and destroy. I play that all the time with the homies, and that's how I can last longer than an hour. But if the homies aren't on, I'm only going to be getting clips, and that's about it. And if I'm not getting clips, I don't know. Like I said, I bounce back and forth between Cold War and Modern Warfare because they're both just mediocre. The games are boring, and they just feel like they lack what makes a true Call of Duty game. And I'm guessing, once again, it's because the developers don't have that much time or that much creativity when it comes to these games. But again, it works because people are bouncing back and forth between Black Ops Cold War and Modern Warfare, and the store stays constant. There's constant updates between Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War for new skins, new weapon models, and stuff like that. the whole thing. So from all of this knowledge, I can't help but think that the next Call of Duty game made by Sledgehammer is going to be an absolute disaster once again. I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to be hype at all. I'm going to enjoy the trailer, I'm going to enjoy, checking out the demos or the betas, whatever. I'm going to play it, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to get my hopes high whatsoever. It just can't possibly happen. I know what's going to happen. Once again, like I said, they're going to make a little trio. It's going to be Black Ops Cold War, Modern Warfare, and whatever Sledgehammer makes, and you're going to be able to pick them all throughout the menu screen. They're going to make sure whatever Sledgehammer makes, whatever game is coming out in COD 2021 is going to be all revolved around Warzone, so the weapons can go in there, and the game style can go in there, and when they make a new map, it can go in there. Everything is going to revolve around the Warzone scene and the bigger picture of what all these games are about. And same thing, whatever Sledgehammer's cooking up is going to be released with no content, no maps, no weapons, buggy mess. It's going to be an absolute disaster. It's going to be a pain in the butt to play for a full year, but once the end of the year comes, it's going to be tons of content and stuff like that. But because it has no content in the beginning of the game, it's going to be boring, so people are going to constantly leave that game to go back to Modern Warfare and Black Ops Cold War, which the store, of course, will be open. They can spend money in both of those games, and then once again, like I said, as time goes on and the year progresses, the new Call of Duty game in Call of Duty 2021 will get better. They'll have more content. People will return, and then they're going to spend money on that game as well. It's an awful cycle. It's depressing. All I can think about is the days where I used to just pick up one Call of Duty game a year, and I was able to play it the full year. What happened to that? What happened to all the maps? All the exploration, all the jump spots and the glitches that you can find on the maps, and all the fun little mini games you could do with your friends? What happened to Call of Duty? Back in the day, these games would last the full year. That's just how it happened. Yes, of course you have the casual crowd who's going to hop off and play something else. But at the end of the day, we were still able to play the game. Yes, we might hop off and go play another title. Like, maybe I'm tired of COD and I want to play Battlefield for a little bit because I want a different experience. Or Rainbow because I want a different experience. Each game has their own experience, so I understand why people will hop off COD for another one. But when it comes to Call of Duty alone, nobody can stick and play with the current COD game. They're always so bad. We're bouncing back and forth between Call of Duty games. Nobody's sticking put. Like I said, the Twitch viewers are like split in half for Black Ops Cold War and Modern Warfare. The community is not united. The Call of Duty community is split across the board between three different things: Warzone, Modern Warfare Multiplayer, and Black Ops Cold War. Nobody is enjoying a single thing. And this has been going on for a while too, so that's why it's so depressing, especially if you're an OG player like myself. It never used to be like this. But once, I would say around Advanced Warfare, I wouldn't say Ghost. Ghost was very rough for a lot of players, but I think people still pushed through. Advanced Warfare was especially rough, I'm not going to lie. But around BO3, I would say, is when just everything fell to absolute crap. People were across the board for every game. Infinite Warfare came out, people were still playing BO3 and Infinite Warfare. Then after Infinite Warfare came out, that was World War II. People still bounced from World War II back to BO3. Some of the crowd stuck with Infinite Warfare, but basically nobody. And then, of course, Modern Warfare Remaster was in the mix as well, so people were across from World War II, Modern Warfare Remaster, BO3. Then BO4 came out, and BO3 kind of died off after BO4, but there was still BO4, Modern Warfare Remastered, sometimes a little World War II. People started, grow on that game a little bit more after the overhaul and stuff like that. Then Modern Warfare, of course, and people bounced from Modern Warfare back to Black Ops 4, and then over to Black Ops Cold War, where people are bouncing from Modern Warfare to Black Ops Cold War. Nobody sticks with a COD game. Call of Duty 4, people play Call of Duty 4. World at War, people play World at War. Even though I will say, during World at War, people did bounce back to Call of Duty 4 a lot. But that was one of, the oddballs. Then, of course, Modern Warfare 2. Everybody played Modern Warfare 2. BO1, everybody played that. BO2, everybody played that. Modern Warfare 3. It makes no sense. Activision needs to give these developers the time, the resources, and allow them to have the passion and love behind these games to make something that we can play for the year. Please, I hate seeing the Call of Duty community split in such a way. It's really awful to see. Who knows, maybe when the next Call of Duty game comes out, that'll be the final section of, the Warzone trilogy. Oh my god, finally, the end. But it might not be. They might push Warzone on 5 more years. Who knows what they're going to do with this, but it's so bad to see 6v6 dying. It really is. And it's all because they won't allow these games to be separate and have their own love. They're all revolving around Warzone, and it's just screwing everything up. It's crazy. But guys, I'm going to end the commentary off there. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like, and by all means, if you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, you enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's 2 ways to do so. I have a Twitter and a Discord. Both those links are down in the description. And also, you can catch you live streams of video games. I do that over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.